This Lion King is struggling desperately on the edge of a cliff, but my brother not only failed to save him. Instead, one or two or eight sons took the Lion King off the cliff. This scene happened to be seen by the lion cub in the distance. He rushed over to try to wake his father, but the Lion King is unconscious. The little lion shouted anxiously for help, but in the valley I can only hear my own echoes. So the little lion leaned sadly in his father's arms. Seek a little spiritual comfort. At this time, the brother of the Lion King, Dao Scar, came leisurely, pretending to show concern, but after hearing the little lion's explanation, he reveals a sinister nature, persuades Simba to run for his life, because he killed his father. The helpless little lion doesn't know what to do. I can only leave this place, sadly. Never thought Bing Xian's Scar also sent hunting dogs to hunt down the little lion, facing the chasing hounds. The little lion fell off the cliff without breaking. The hounds looked up at the high cliffs. It is determined that the lion cub has been smashed into a meat general. So I turned around and went back to report the good news. And the reason why Scar did this, just because he always wanted to take the throne. But the existence of the Lion King makes it impossible for him to do so. And the birth of Simba the lion cub left him with no chance. So Scar hatched a huge conspiracy. One day Scar secretly found Simba tell him where only young princes dare to go, and that's what the dark actor Simba took to heart. The next day Simba takes his childhood sweetheart Nana on an adventure. Although this place may seem lifeless, she wants to show her masculinity in front of Nana. Unexpectedly, a group of hunting dogs appeared behind them and tried to attack them. Simba tried to scare the hounds away with a roar, but it made them laugh. Then the Lion King suddenly appeared. The hounds were no match for him and had the upper hand in an instant. Then he successfully took Simba and others away. But it's not over. Scar found the hound alone and promised them that if they helped him become king, let the entire Glory Emperor become their hunting ground. They agreed to cooperate. The next day, Scar takes simple Simba into the canyon to practice his roar and leaves alone. Unexpectedly, a group of wildebeest appeared in the rear, although Simba managed to hide in the trees, but he will soon fall. He rushed over anxiously, and in the nick of time, you put the child aside. But he was killed by a wildebeest. Fortunately, the Lion King was so strong that he jumped up the cliff to the side, but I didn't expect to be slapped by my brother. And here's the beginning, and Simba's not dead. Fortunately, it fell on the cliffs on the mountainside, but he dared not go back, can only wander in the desert. The poor little lion collapsed in the desert from hunger and exhaustion, and they were caught by a bunch of bald uncles, and they landed right next to Simba. Want a nice meal? In the nick of time, a figure suddenly appeared in the distance. A warthog and a tiger suddenly appeared, accidentally saved Simba's life. But when Simba woke up, he didn't thank his savior. He wanted to escape the past. He really blamed himself for the death of his father. When they learned that Simba is still in the past, Timon told him to change the future. You gotta put your past behind you. When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on the world. After the guidance of the two, Simba also gradually became optimistic and followed them back to their homeland. It's carefree here. Animals get along very well, but they do it with insects. This made Simba a little uncomfortable. Despite this, Simba still enjoys this food with his friends, gradually adapt to life here. As time goes by, Simba has gradually become a handsome boy, live a simple and happy life with companions. Today, Peng Peng and Timon are singing happily. Unexpectedly, a lion emerged from the grass, eyeing Peng Peng, who is covered in meat. A slope and cliff suddenly appeared in front of him. Eng Peng failed to climb up, L on all fours. It's about to become a dish in the mouth of a lion. Fortunately, Starbucks appeared. The two of you are fighting back and forth, however, in battle. Starbucks recognized the lioness, its childhood sweetheart Nana, when he and Nana were talking excitedly. But Nana told him a surprising news. Since the death of the Lion King, Scar has taken the throne, make the whole glorious emperor miserable. What's even more hateful is Scar plans to take his brother's wife for himself. Will never be your queen. Hearing the queen's refusal, Scar is not angry. Instead, let the whole pride wait for the hounds to be full before they can eat. Yet there's not even a scrap left of these hungry hounds. Finally, the lioness now couldn't stand it. So he decided to leave the Glory Emperor and seek help, take advantage of the night. He escaped quietly. Then I met Simba and others. After a short period of happiness, Nana wants Simba to return to glory and take back the throne. But she's not wild at all, and there is also the guilt towards my father. Therefore, he directly rejected Nana. Helpless. Nana could only leave in disappointment. Nightfall. Simba doesn't know if this is wrong. But when I came to the river, his father appeared in the reflection in the water. It turned out that he had never forgotten when Simba heard a call in the sky. Simba, as king I was most proud of one thing, having you as my son.